Sheriff David Clarke is a Democrat's biggest fear. He's tough on crime, very supportive of Second Amendment rights, and highly critical of both Planned Parenthood and Black Lives Matter. What makes him such a tough opponent is that Sheriff Clarke is black, and as Democrats have told us time and time again, African Americans cannot be racist. This takes away one of the only tools they would use to combat his common-sense policies. This weight of logic doesn't stop SiriusXM's Mark Thompson from shoehorning in race, calling Sheriff Clarke an Uncle Tom. Breitbart News has the entire video here. The term originally comes from the 1852 novel by Harriet Beecher Stowe, Uncle Tom's Cabin, and has come to mean a black person who betrays his own race. Similar ugly terms are used by the KKK for whites who are accused of the same. Unsurprisingly, liberals are quick to ignore the first example of blatant racism for not fitting their narrative. Thompson used this term to jump to the defense of John Lewis, a civil rights era activist who has some great and heroic deeds under his belt. Lewis has since succumbed to the Democrat political machine, using his past attacks to bring weight to his party's congressional temper tantrums. This included a sit-in when his party didn't get its way. Trending, the Pope wants to change the Lord's Prayer. It's not a novel thing for Thompson to attack Republicans using race, calling Attorney General Jeff Sessions a Confederate simply for being from the southern United States. What Thompson chooses to ignore is that Sessions belongs to the same party as Abraham Lincoln, the most hated enemy of the Confederate States of America. This casual racism is an affront to our equal society, and reveals the Democrats for what they are and what they always have been: a political party that uses race as a tool, populated by men and women obsessed with race. From their days as slave owners and enforcers of Jim Crow laws to their current structure of racial hierarchy and victimhood, those on the institutional left have always attempted to use racial tension to further their own agenda. Former President Barack Obama himself has been accused of altering his speeches depending on the racial makeup of his audience. In the video below, Obama knows he has a majority black crowd. Listen to his tone and message shift. Does this sound like the Obama we know? This brings us back to Thompson. He's attacking Sheriff Clarke with what he knows is a racial slur against black people. This is a targeted, direct, and hateful attack. Where you'd normally see a conservative going after the argument itself, here we see the true face of liberalism: personal attacks based solely on skin color. Related, 28-year police vet fed up with liberal training, goes off on privilege comment. Thompson himself shouldn't be blamed, even though he is a responsible adult. The real culprit here is the culture and history of the Democrat Party that has encouraged this speech and behavior virtually since its inception. This fact is inescapable. We see it on the racially charged laws, even introducing race as an argument to laws that have nothing to do with it. We realize the Democrat Party has always been willing to sacrifice American freedoms on the diabolical altar of racism. When will they? Like and share on Facebook and Twitter if you think Thompson's words were racist. What do you think should happen to a man who uses a racial slur like this about David Clarke? Scroll down to comment below.